I'm here at Angela's invitation for the Hanover Messe Trade Show. Angela and I will join the opening ceremonies this evening and visit some exhibitions tomorrow. And it's a reminder that the United States and Germany are among each other's largest trading partners. It's a relationship we have to keep building and nurturing so that we're creating more jobs and more prosperity for our people and keeping our countries competitive in the global economy. In that regard, Angela and I agree that the United States and the European Union need to keep moving forward with the transatlantic trade investment partnership negotiations, which we'll discuss more this evening. In our bilateral meeting, we discussed the importance of boosting economic growth in the Eurozone, which is critical to the global economy, including the U.S. economy. Strong growth in Europe is particularly important given the array of pressing challenges, whether it's security, defense, migration, or refugees. I should add, by the way, that given the urgency of climate change and the economic opportunities of clean energy, both of our nations have signed the Paris Climate Change Agreement, and we agree that it needs to be implemented quickly. And we also agree the world has to make concrete progress this year to phase down dangerous hydrofluorocarbons. Of course, most of our discussion, as Chancellor Merkel indicated, focused on urgent security challenges. Germany is a vital member of the coalition to destroy ISIL. German aircraft support the air campaign, and German personnel in Iraq are training local forces. German assistance is helping Iraq stabilize and rebuild the areas it liberates from ISIL. And our coalition continues to make progress. Today we discussed additional steps that NATO could take to support the campaign, as well as economic assistance to Iraq that the G7 could pledge at next month's summit in Japan. Germany is obviously a strong partner in international efforts to provide humanitarian relief to the people of Syria and Iraq. We remain deeply concerned about the upsurge in fighting in Syria over the last several days, and we continue to agree that the only real durable solution is a political solution that moves Syria towards an inclusive government that represents all Syrians. Given the horrific attacks that we've seen around the world, including Paris, Brussels, Istanbul, San Bernardino in California, and on a much more frequent basis attacks and horrific violence that's taking place in the Middle East, we discussed the importance of maintaining our strong security cooperation. In Afghanistan, we'll continue to help strengthen Afghan forces as they push back against al-qaeda, the Taliban, and ISIL. We'll continue to support the Libyan people and the new Libyan government as it seeks to extend security across its country. We agreed that the United States and Germany are going to remain very strong counterterrorism and intelligence partners, and we're committed to using all the tools at our disposal to prevent terrorists from traveling and plotting attacks, and that includes improved information sharing between our countries and within Europe. And as always, we'll do so while upholding our values and civil liberties, including the privacy of citizens here and in the United States. I want to once again commend Angela for her courageous leadership as Germany and Europe respond to migrants who are desperately fleeing this Syrian conflict and conflicts elsewhere in the region, perhaps because she once lived behind a wall herself. Angela understands the aspirations of those who've been denied their freedom and who seek a better life. And I know the politics around this issue can be difficult in all of our countries. We did discuss the EU's recent agreement with Turkey, and Angela and I agree that our nations can respond to this challenge in a way that is both humane and ensures our security. And finally, as we look ahead to this summer's NATO summit in Warsaw, we discussed the importance of keeping the alliance strong with the investments needed for our collective defense. We continue to augment on a rotational basis NATO forces in Eastern Europe, including the Baltic states. As I've said from the very beginning of my presidency, we have a treaty obligation to defend every NATO ally, and we will. Beyond the alliance, we welcome the formation of a new government in Ukraine, which we encourage to continue the political, economic, and energy reforms that can deliver progress for the Ukrainian people. Chancellor Merkel, along with President Hollande, have been tireless in pursuit of a peaceful and durable solution to the conflict in eastern Ukraine, and we agree that all sides need to uphold the commitments they've made and that sanctions on Russia can and should only be lifted once Russia fully complies with its commitments under the Minsk Agreement. Tomorrow, Chancellor Merkel will host our meeting with Prime Ministers Cameron, President Hollande, Prime Minister Renzi, as we discuss the full range of challenges that we face together, and it will be another reminder of how grateful I am for Angela's partnership and how much the United States values our enduring transatlantic alliance, including with Germany. In this big dump of data coming out of Panama, that tax avoidance is a big global problem. It's not unique to other countries because, frankly, there are folks here in America who are taking advantage of the same stuff.